Welcome back. Now, this is the final factoring version that you will really need to know. Factoring version 3. And we're going to call this factoring by grouping. It's the easiest way that we can get this job done without having to do a bunch of guess and check work. Now, I do know a version of this where you can just sort of guess and check and sort of reverse FOIL, which we might talk about that later, but I want to give you the tried and true method that always works so that you can use it. We use this when I have an A value that is not equal to 1. For example, let's take y is equal to 3x squared plus 16x plus 5. Step 1. I want to multiply. I want to multiply A times C. In this case, I'm just looking at the number, not the letter, not the x squared, but the number. So A times C, I get 15. Step 2. I want the factors that combine to get B. So in this case, I have 15. That's what I got when I multiplied A times C. I want the factors that combine to give my B value here. Well, 15, I have 1 times 15. Whoop, well, look at there. First one I tried. If I combined 1 plus 15, I'll get 16. So I'm going to split, that's step 3, split my B term. And this is what I mean by that. I knew the factors were 1 and 15. So I'm going to take 3x squared up front plus 1x plus 15x. I split that 16 into a 1x and a 15x. And I have the plus 5 at the end. Step 4 is I'm going to group and find a GCF. I'm going to put the first part in parentheses and the second part in parentheses. So I grouped it, and now I'm finding a GCF. 3x squared and 1x. Their GCF that they have in common is an x. So I'm going to divide everything by x. That x goes up front. 3x squared divided by x, I'm left with 3x. 1x divided by x will leave me with a plus 1. Then I go to the second grouping. What is their GCF? I sort of feel like Dora when doing these videos. What do you notice? There's a 5. Good. So I'm going to factor out this 5. 15 divided by 5 is 3. The 5 that I'm factoring out goes up front. It was a positive 5, so I'm going to put plus 5. 15 divided by my 5 will give me with 3x. 5 divided by 5 will leave me with 1. Now, here's the part where everyone messes up, and you don't need to. This is actually the easiest part. You're done doing your work. The thing that is inside the parentheses, here and here, it should always be the same. This represents one of your factors, 3x plus 1. The stuff that is on the outside, I'm going to combine them together, and that will be my other factor. And you're done. Factoring by grouping, very useful and works literally all the time. Now, I didn't teach you it for the easier problems because we don't need them. But when the a value gets above 1, when it's not equal to 1, this factoring by grouping idea is very, very useful. So, let's see it in action. One more example. Let's go y is equal to 8x squared plus 2x minus 3. I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to factor by grouping. Follow my steps. First step, multiply a times c. In this case, my a is 8, my c negative 3. So I have 8 times negative 3 should give me negative 24. Now I want the factors of negative 24 that combine or add to get my b value, which is plus 2. So I have 1, negative 24, 2, negative 12, 3, negative 8, 4, negative 6, 6, negative 4. Oh, wait, 6 and negative 4. If I combine those, I'm going to get 2. I'm going to be great. So here's my pairs. Shout out to all my pairs. Y is equal to, I'm going to split it, so it becomes 8x squared, split it into a plus 6x and a minus 4x and a minus 3. It does not matter which one you put first. I could have put minus 4x plus 6x. I could have flipped them around. Totally fine. I just have to make sure that the negative is with the 4, because 6 minus 4 will give me a positive 2. Oh no, the bell's going to ring soon. From here, I group them and factor. 8x squared plus 6x. This time looks like I've got a number and a variable. I'm going to divide by 2x. 8 divided by 2 leaves me with a 4. X squared divided by x gives me x. 6 divided by 2 is 3. X over x, they cancel. Don't forget, please, make sure that GCF goes on the outside. And I'm now realizing you could not see anything I was doing. Over here, it doesn't look like there's a GCF, but this has a negative and that has a negative. If this term is ever negative, I want you to always divide by something negative. In this case, the only thing we can pull out is a negative 1. So I have minus 1. Negative divided by negative will be a positive 4x. Negative divided by negative will be a positive 3. And man, what Mr. Vinstra told us last time seems to be working out. I see that what was on the inside is always the same. So one of my factors is 4x plus 3. The other factor is the stuff on the outside, 2x minus 1 all those things come together. It's going to give me 2x minus 1. And my life is V good and V happy. Nice! And we almost didn't get caught by the bell. It's going to ring here in just a minute. I need to end my video before it rings. Great. Go do other things. We will see you in just a minute. Yeet!